course, let's welcome Li Ning.
Hi everybody. So you guys tired or still sleeping? I think a lot of people making computer here. Probably the world's the only one making computer for RISC-V. So it's hard, but it's fun. So you can see the whole show is all about AI. So we talk about how RISC-V can do 50 tops AIs. And this year we really hit the fall, you know. And the reception been good since the Paris summit. We announced the products, and people look forward to it, to see a real RISC-V on the AI market. So my name is Li Ning. It's from Deep Computing. For those who don't know me, can Google me and you'll find all the information about me. Okay. And what Deep Computing does, we do the RISC-V consumer electronics, same as most of the people here, but we only do RISC-V related. We don't do ARM, we don't do x86. We do tablet, speaker, anything that we can make. But we look forward to those very good SoC, RISC-V SoC in the futures. So we make better things. So now, the most famous we do is the modern personal computing device. We call it laptop or AI PC. And RISC-V doing startup is very stressful, right? And as I say, most of the guys here don't make money and had to find some fun from that place. So I invest some company making toys, but not adult toys, kids toys, okay? So, and so it's fun, so all running RISC-V. What do we face on the RISC-V, and how do we compete with x86 or ARM? It's hard, it's body hard. You can see how hard is it, right? We are one corner, we have to beat the whole hole. So it's really hard. But that's called opportunity. But it's a known market. It's all saturated market. And because we don't have a target market, we don't know what we aim for. So we don't know how much power we put it on, right? And the worst thing is that we're very small, we're startup, so we just a group. Like me, I run about 30, 40 people, and most are very resource constrained. I'll give you an example, probably the whole RISC-V ecosystem, the whole members, the resource, human resource, money resource, probably not even match ARM one company, right? That's what it is, but we need to beat a lot of guys. And it's time, back to it, and it's time constraint as well. Anyone knows when RISC-V is announced, founded? Anyone knows here? Yeah, probably we all know in the member, but the floor doesn't know. It's 15 years already. So most of startup is probably 10 years. So it's the original state, do or die. Even myself, right? And talk about AI. Before, 5 years ago when I started RISC-V, I had no idea about AI. God knows what crap is, right? So, but now everybody is AI. You take a look at media, you know, he bought the whole half of the suspicion, so it's AI. So AI is even harder. Just now, semi-dynamic cool guys and saying that we don't know what AI lasts. It keep changing very fast. From transformer to DeepSeek, now to agentic and all this. And for us, for doing the technology, we all about AI framework. From CUDA to Python to TensorFlow is reaching to death. So that the change is quite fast. And for the whole stack on RISC-V, from doing the CPU, IP, and all this, we know we move all the porting and optimizing because we were trying to do something better than the legacy ISA. And how do we make it successful? We call it this curse. That's called a curse of deadlock cycles. What a famous quote from Luda is not here, otherwise I'll let him get on the stage and say, this, how curse is it? And the hardware engineer waiting for the software. The application. The application said, I'm waiting for the distro, waiting for the OS. So the OS, they said, I'm waiting for the hardware. So it's a code, keep going like that. Man, they keep going like that for 15 years. Until I join, until I start doing my laptop, I say that I got nothing better to do, and I sold my startup, have some money, have some resource in Hong Kong, in Shenzhen, say, why not I do a laptop, you know? And I tried to convince the guy next door to do it at the first. I said, no, Yuning, I'm not gonna do it, man. It's gonna waste over $1 million. I'm not gonna do it. So I find some other guys, my good friends. So we started crack this first, crack the hardware product. So we take whatever the SoC has and put it into a hardware product. No matter how shit it is, it's gonna be shit. And shit expensive as well. So the first one I sold it for $5,000. So and everybody thinks crazy. One of the guys thinks the most crazy one is David from Restaurant. He used to work for Lenovo, Japan. They say, Yuning, you're crazy. $5,000 with a shit laptop, no one can buy. But I'm lucky enough, we got over 100 people buy, so the world's big. After the hardware, then we see the software problem. All the Ubuntu software, Fedora, and no one else supports it. Bloody hell, right? Even the kernel doesn't support. So I had to find the problem and then talk to them and try to convince them, come on, Ubuntu, you can't charge me $1 million, give me 9 months and give me a distro. No, I'm not gonna do it. So I remember Tony from Taiwan had a call saying that you had to talk to my CEOs, and then I flew over and then and good connection with the Silicon team, and then we managed to convince them. They charge us free. Now we got free Ubuntu support, so it's great. And then now I move to applications, man, even harder, man. You know, I'll give you a famous quote. You know, I said yesterday. You know, we have a browser. Anyone knows browser? From who? From the biggest company, richest company called Google. They say announce all the AI, but they don't announce RISC-V support for the browser. So never mention the AI. So we did a lot of things to convince, but we're getting there. So we sprint a few sides. Now you take a look, we have A-core, 2 GHz AI PC. So the loop is getting faster. Because we into a state in a very fast speed, we had to go really let go way. We can't go vertical optimizations. So for example, chiplet is good. Give you an example, the AI PC we have 2 chiplets. Usually it's 1 core. So they can do one chiplet, 4-core version of product. They can do 2 chiplet product like our AI PC. So that's good. So from IP is let go line, SoC, and then product. All going down let go line approach. And then the good thing, the chiplet, you have a standard interface like PCIe support host and device. Then you can be a lot of form factor with products. So that's an example of our board. 2 chiplet, very powerful, 64 DDR. You can play around. You know, it's not far worse than any existing ISA. So you can see because it support host and device, you can make itself as an AI car. It can be a motherboard as a host. So it's a very fantastic design. We call it Lego. I can put all the software, you know, running like PCIe, like Internet, like normal network computer. So you can see all the chiplets together becomes a big car. And then internally runs a lot of OS. And then over the PCIe, they appear to be 1 car physically, but there are a lot of systems inside. That's just like distributing AI. And then we talk about the product. So even the product, because RISC-V, we usually have every 6 months have a motherboard. Because man, we have a lot of vendor here. 10 stolen giving me one, and whoever giving me one. So literally every half a year, I need to make a motherboard. So I'm not going to do my own laptop like Acer, like that. I'm not doing it. So I partner with the most famous brand in Silicon Valley. It's a startup open. It's framework. So we do the motherboard for them, and then they can modularize. You can see they have all our product, 12-inch, 13-inch, and 16-inch, and 14-inch coming as well. So it's very fantastic. And the good thing is that for people who have excuse not to use RISC-V, most of our members have a lot of excuse. They don't consume RISC-V. Then I give them no excuse because they can use x84 as well. So it's very affordable. Now this is probably $300 for the low end. And then we have the desktop coming. So once our 16 core coming out, we have ATS fit onto frameworks motherboard desktop, and then we can wire it up as a rack. So you can run the DeepSeek full block as well. So it's very affordable. RISC-V is very affordable, not expensive anymore. And then even more fun, we have a dual architecture. One is for 16-inch. You can see have a main, this is a main x86 board. We are making our RISC-V board as a PCIe card, slot into it. So people can have two system, two architecture, and I don't give excuse people don't use RISC-V. Make sure you guys follow us and we give you some updates. So this year is very fantastic. We try to just stick core once I get the SOC with Pure Machine. It was planned on Q1, but now we shift it to Q3, probably Q4. So we move the AI up to Q2 as normal. I might do a very affordable tablet for LLM tablet. So it's probably black and white in tablet. So just like calculator. And then last but not least, we're gonna have a fantastic 16 core coming and in Q4. And do join us at North America Summit and see our launch. Thank you very much.